Previously on building Benny's Movie Park. We finally have the updates we've always wanted and simply copy that. And then we can move this all the way to wherever we want. There you go. And another one right next to it. Oh my god. Oh, that's great. Guys, this is starting to look like an absolute dream. I mean, just look at that. Never have to put that much effort into rocks anymore. Like, never ever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this brand new episode of Building Benny's Movie Park 2. Today, we're making signs for a bunch of rides using Photoshop. We're building a brand new ride called Shot to Neverland and much more. So let's get straight into it. Let us begin with the entrance sign for the boat ride, which is, it's a pretty big ride, so we need something cool, and you guys gave me some lovely ideas. Pirate Plunge, however, I think is the nicest, so let's go with that. Let's open up Photoshop and see what we can do.
Opening Photoshop.
To kind of connect this to a movie, because this is still Benny's Movie Park, let's add the Pirates logo to that as well. So we can make that a bit smaller on top, something like that. And then let's type Pirate and Plunge. There you go. In a nice pirate type font. Maybe something like this could be fun. And then for Plunge, I'm gonna try and recreate this same kind of effect from the pirate logo, which, to be fair, shouldn't be all that difficult. We can put a texture in there, and there you go. That is actually pretty nice already. It's quite simple, but I do like it. Let's save this as a graphic and see what happens. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly where it's gonna go, but let's first just put an image sign right here. Here you go, Pirate Plunge. And there it is. As you can see, that looks okay. However, where are we gonna put it exactly? That I'm not so sure of. Maybe right in front here, and we add some sort of sign behind it. First, like a circle, and one of these in front of it. There you go. That is actually kind of nice. I like it. And with a little bit of luck, we can just copy this entire thing to the other side like so. Align it with the wall, and boom! See? Yeah, that is pretty nice. Now for this sign right here, I made a horizontal version as well, just to make sure it fits nicely. So let's see how that looks. Wait for it. Like that. That is perfect. Now there is of course a second ride right here that doesn't have a name yet. I thought to kind of connect this somehow to Pirates of the Caribbean as well, let's do Wrath of the Kraken. Wrath of the Kraken. And we kind of have to fit that together somehow. Or we just do this and we just arch it like so. That is pretty nice as well, especially because the entrance is probably gonna be this shape anyway, so it's fine. Now we just have to make some sort of archway, like a tiny little gate. Then we add the image just in here. And then now we simply have to make like an arch type of shape. Here you go, nice and smooth. That looks pretty nice. And then we should have a pretty nice, it's pretty basic though. Very nice. Now finally we can actually start building the ride for today. I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Right here, I'm gonna make a hole, and in that hole, we're gonna put a drop tower. Wait, no. Do I say that right? No, a launch tree fall. Of course, it has to shoot up, although a drop tower is maybe nicer. But that kind of takes away from the whole idea of Shot to Neverland. Get launched to Neverland. Whatever. Launch free falls fine. Okay, then let's put that just right there. Let's place that down. And then, so my whole idea is to put a giant barrel around this, as if it gets shot from the barrel. Seemed fun. I don't even know. Maybe even one of these red TNT barrels could be fun as well, because then it adds some color, because right now it's mostly just brown and green. Kind of lame. However, first we need an entrance, and the entrance is going to be right here. So let's open up this section. Here you go. Then the queue is probably not going to be super long, but it needs to somehow go under here and then up here. I don't even know. I guess let's first remove some of this so we have some area to work with. Oh, and then the exit, of course, it does need an exit. I guess could be right here somehow. But once again, I'm not entirely sure what the course of this whole thing is going to be, so we'll see. For now, let's begin at the beginning, at the entrance. First, we need some poles on the side, I think could be nice. And to kind of roughen these up, I'm just gonna add some random planks, kind of, I guess, on the sides of these to kind of see if that works. It just can't be too smooth, is what I'm trying to say. And then that entire thing we can copy to the other side. Then here, let's make another archway. Last block up there. Some random metal thingies to keep the whole thing together. And maybe for once we can actually use the corroded metal. Does that look nice? Another horizontal bar. This is really just the boring type building, I guess, where it's just the same kind of thing over and over. But it's fine. It's not the worst thing to happen, right? Ooh, and up here we can put another one of these skulls. Lovely. Then let's also fill up these empty areas. And on the sides here, it's all broken and messed up and just really, really ugly, kind of. Like old and used and... Oh, and hold up. We can just group this whole thing and copy it. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna get used to this update anytime soon. Like, this will never get old. Oh, this is just... Oh, that's... And we can even put one here for the exit. Oh. And the great thing is, it's grouped. So say I just want this gone again, I just click it and I delete it. And I can reuse the lanterns I've been using this whole time as well. Isn't this... It's fantastic, guys. It's perfect. Since this is gonna be a giant barrel, let's first make the base of the barrel. And I think something like this isn't too bad. Let's also please fix this awful coloring because I just cannot stand it. Let's say the inside is gonna be metal and the outside brown. Maybe. There you go. This already looks a lot better. Maybe not final, but for now it's much better. Now let's determine the height of the actual barrel. I think maybe this, that's a tad high, maybe like that. Let me just begin right here and then slowly go down with a nice curve. Then that single curve that we made, we can copy like so. I'm just not sure about the texture just yet. Simply fill up the entire edge and then later we can do the interior. Wait, weren't we gonna make a TNT barrel? Doesn't that mean it should be red? Ah, bloody hell. Here we go. Just finishing up the entire thing. There you go. That is very satisfying, actually. That looks very clean, for sure. These barrels, however, always have these steel elements to them, so we're gonna make sure to add those as well. On top, there's always a pretty large steel edge, so let's make that metal. There you go. Look, and now we copy it. That looks so much better already. Instant barrel. You can also put some of these knobs on it for some extra realism, even though this is like a ginormous barrel and realism is far to be seen, but it's fine. It is looking pretty dope. That's what it's all about. And a finishing touch, TNT on the side, obviously, guys. Dude, that looks very cool, actually. What the hell? Way cooler than I thought it would. Anyway, we now somehow have to make a queue line that goes kind of around it and then goes in about here, I suppose. So first of all, the path simply goes straight around it. Seems nice. And then I would say about here, this is where you actually go in. Like I said, this isn't a super long queue line, but this isn't a very big ride either, so it doesn't matter. See, this right here will be the entrance. Somehow, I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but we'll see. First, I need a drink though, because I'm kind of Okay, let's move on. Around these thingies, I will make a very funky fence that I totally did not steal from Teachman. Not at all. Let's kind of do something like this. Looks pretty nice. And see that we can simply copy like so. Oh, I love this new tool. It's great. It's simply crazy. You're gonna hear me say that quite a lot from now on. Get used to it. It's gonna be the new there you go. Then once again, I'm gonna make one single segment here, which I can then copy and paste later on. Okay, so with something like this, we can simply select it once more. This time I'm gonna group it as well. And now say I grabbed this and rotate it around this axis. Can we just make an entire wall like this? Allow me to test this for a sec. Here you go. Whoa. Do you realize how long this would have taken if I didn't have this tool? Do you realize that? This is freaking insane, dude. Instant cave thing. I don't even know what it is, but oh, just look at that. Look, and now we can even just close all of this back up using terrain. It all comes together, guys. Look at that. Right here, I'm gonna make a little staircase so you can go from basically this queue in here and then up here, and then you're at the ride. What? Inside here, by the way, we probably want to add some props to kind of hide these ugly poles from the entrance and the exit, because that's kind of lame. And since this is all pretty explosively themed, let's just use some barrels that of course represent TNT. Great. And maybe even some dynamite as well to really spice it up. There you go. That's quite nice. Makes it a bit hard to walk here, but you know what? It's the lesser evil. Then in the corner here, I'm gonna be kind of lazy, but I did copy the operator stall from the boat ride. But it's better than nothing because I'm not sure I was gonna make something cool anyway. So in the corner here, let's put an exit sign so it's clear that that is the exit. There you go. So now we have a relatively functional ride. Let's check it out. It's very dark in here, but there's a cool wall there, obviously. You go all the way here, you then enter the thing, there's the exit, there's the entrance, you go all the way up here, and then you are at the ride. Once you get out, you just go back down here again and go to the exit, and you're outside on the right side of it. What a terrible story. What we need to do now is make sure these rocks kind of close up the entire top area of this, because we don't want these weird cracks here. That's just kind of dumb. Gotta make sure it's all nice and closed up. So first I will begin with a very simple layer of rocks on the side. Just now I put some lights down so it's a bit lighter and it's a bit more cozy, even though this is not really supposed to be cozy, but it's fine. Here I also put some simple lights, and then when you go up here, there is some spotlights on the walls, so that's pretty good. Then on the side here, I think it's a nice idea to have some vegetation as well, to make sure it kind of matches the vibe back there. I'll use the same palm tree that I made earlier, and again, of course, some tiny ones as well. This is starting to look real nice. Look at that. I mean, the TNT is kind of hidden. Wait, maybe we shouldn't put this one here. There, that's better. It should be subtle though, so this is not too bad. And even one in a pot right next to it, somewhere here. And then later, once we add the actual title, we can also add the sign that gives you some information about the ride. So that's gonna be for next time. The absolute last thing I want to do is put some props in here, mainly TNT and explosives, because that was kind of the idea I had here. So let's just put down a bunch of stuff. Here you go. It's really quite simple, but it does add a little something. Then I feel like for today we've done quite some stuff, and I'm pretty happy with it. This entire thing looks really nice. Obviously it needs some spicing up, some little, maybe some props around here. Of course it still needs a name, so if you have an idea, let me know down below in the comments. And then finally, if you're planning to get some Robux, make sure to use my star code Benji so I get an extra commission and you can support this channel for absolutely, well, I mean, you do have to pay for your own Robux, but like, wait a minute. You get the point. You support my channel in the process. I would highly appreciate it. But then now I guess that's it for today. If you liked this video, make very sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell not to miss a single video. And then I hope I'll see you in the next episode of Building Benny's Movie Park 2.